Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our second part on this subject of ORDS, RESTful Services in Oracle Apex. In first part, we discussed about web services, APIs, RESTful services, what are this sort of introduction theory. And today we will be doing some sort of practical demonstrations, and I will be sharing few tools which we will be using or you need to be using. These one is the Postman. It's you can just get registered, and then you can test web services using Postman. Okay, and if you don't want to use Postman, you can also try Firefox. In that you will use an add-on, I think plugin or whatever, and then you can even use Firefox for testing, or even you can use Chrome, but not that much. Firefox, it is good enough, because sometimes you have to use parameters, headers, things like that. Okay, Apex. In Apex we will also be using that one. I will show you these Postman or Firefox later in the session. And this one you can visit this website, JSON, I don't know, it is called lint or something like that .com. This is you will be able to, let's say for example, if you need some sort of JSON, and you can validate its structure or syntax. So this is a really handy tool or website. I will share the link, so you don't need to note it from here. I will share the link in the description, so from there you can click. We will see how to enable these services, or from where to enable these services in Oracle Apex. By default, this ORDS or RESTful services are not there in Oracle Apex. These are separately you have to download and install. But for that you need HTTPS as well. You need certificates to be installed. Okay. Then we will be discussing today ORDS structure as well, and then I will show you how to consume these services. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show. Okay, this is our community portal. I'm sure you will be knowing it, erpstuff.com. It is related to Oracle, different technologies, etc. And you can come here in the Oracle Apex. I will be sharing all the scripts to be used or used in during these sessions. So if you see here, ORD setup, PL SQL, and ORD scripts, everything will be there, right? So you don't need to worry. Everything will be there, which you can use later at any time, right? Okay, let me show you what is Postman. Postman. Okay, this is the Postman. So I just registered in this, and that's it. So this you can use, or you can use Firefox, up to you. Okay. Now this one which I was showing you to validate this JSON structure. So let's say for example, if I remove this one in inverted commas, so I will just validate JSON now, and it is giving me error, right? Just like that. But let me correct this, and I will remove this 3 as well, just for department, because sometime I was testing it. Validate, and that's it. It is validated, right? Valid JSON. Okay, so this was a tip. Okay, now let me move to Oracle Apex. So once you will come to Oracle Apex, and I believe when you will install RESTful services, you can come to SQL Workshop, right? Here are the RESTful services, or you can just click SQL Workshop, and then you will find here the RESTful services, right? Okay, click this RESTful services. So you will find this because during the when you will register this schema, it will ask you to install sample or examples, right, like this one. These are installed by this. I just created this one for my own demonstration purpose, which I will show you. So, if you see here on the top, it is called data service. Then I will be discussing this in another video, which I was sharing that we can even enable directly on the objects. At the moment nothing is enabled, so it will not show anything, but I will show you later after covering other part of this ORDS, right. So, first, under the service there can be modules, multiple modules. So, let us say for example, here is only one module. This is installed by default by Oracle Apex or ORDS. And if we see here down, these are modules. Under the modules, these are templates. See, so we assume that these are, let's say for example, related to Oracle, HR. So we are just grouping them in HR, right. Another module can be related to, let's say, finance, or another can be related to sales or something like that. It is your own management, the way you want it. Naming convention is based on your own choice or standards, right. Okay, under this module we have template, right. Under the template we have these called methods, right. Let me show you here something. I will come down. If you see here, or you can call them resource handlers. These are called resource handlers, but these are methods. So, now what are the methods? There are 4 methods. So, normally what you do with the database applications or anything, you will be selecting some information, right, pulling, you will be inserting some data, you will be updating some data, or you will be deleting, right. These 4 operations you would like to have. The same way we have 4 methods over here, which I will show you just in a moment. And now if we will click on get our handler, what is handler, below you will have the parameters. See here, here you can define the parameter, let us say in parameter or out parameter. If you have worked on procedures or packages, you would be knowing it, right, because let us say for example, if you want to delete department number 10, so you have to pass that as a parameter, right. Okay, now for the sample I created this definition or template. Under this I am using all 4 handlers, right. So, let us say for this is delete, this is get, this is post, this is put. Delete is quite straightforward, to delete any record based on past parameter. And next one is get. Get is select. If you know the SQL, it is select. This is delete, this is select. Now, you might be getting confused in these 2, post and put. Post, when we say post, that means insert, right. When we say put, that means update. So, do not think put is insert, no, it is other way around. So, put is update and post is insert. Okay. Now, let me show you an application which is based on this setup or structure, then it will be very easy for you to understand what I am trying to say. Okay, let me go here and I will be using ORDS, this one, and let me start it. Okay, right. Based on that setup, here I will show you. Let us say for example, this is the department table 10, 20, 30, 40, 80, right. Now, if 10 department is already used in other tables as a foreign key, then you will not be able to delete, right, or update or whatever this at least, because this is a primary key, number 1. Secondly, this department number is generated through a sequence, through a trigger. So, we will not, if we have to insert, we will not pass this department number, point number 2, right. Okay, let's assume we are in our own Apex, in let's say, for example, this company who is trying to access it, this is in Islamabad, Pakistan, and the other company is in New York, right. Okay, now this server is, this information is coming from New York server, which is maybe on, we don't know which environment they are using. We are using, let's say, Apex over here. So, what we will do, first I just prepare this get, then put, then post and delete. In the get, what we will do, I will write here the department, and then I will press get. It should bring this information from this server, remote server, right. So, let us assume what is 20, research and Dallas 20, right, get. Excellent. So, this information is fetched using web service and this one, and this is the response, which is JSON. So, if we see here, it is showing me the department number, it is showing me the department name and the location, right, and other information related to its version control and other things over there, right. So, for us it has only one record, which is up to this brackets, up to this, right. So, up to this location, I don't know, it is went here and there. Okay, let me click again. Now it is okay. I think it was moved here and there. So, if you see here, research and location and that's it, right. Okay, if I need to update, let's say, for example, this location, if I have the access, please note it down. It's not something that anyone can do anything. No, these web services are also linked to different privileges. If you will have privileges, then that action only you can do, not everything you can do, right. So, okay, let's say, for example, I am moving this from here to Islamabad. So, this update is required, right, for department number 20, and this is the actual thing, right. Now, I will put R, that is why I written it over here, put is update, right. So, I am just saying put. If you see here on the remote server, it is now Islamabad, right. Okay, good. Now, if let's say, for example, I need to clear this information, I just use this clear button. So, I will just clear it. Let's say I want to create department number 90, right. But as I said, you don't need to enter department, because this will be coming automatic from the sequence. So, what I will do, I will enter a department, which I will say IT, and location I would like to say it Lahore, right, and then I will hit post. So, it will get this department number. I think there is a gap of 10. So, it might get 90 or something like that. Let us see, post means insert. Excellent, it got 90, because there is in this sequence there is a gap of 10. So, it got 90 and IT and Lahore, it came here, right. Okay, in this let me again clear for clarity purpose, and down you are getting the response, by the way. 200 means success, and if it is 400, the logic is there is an error. So, if I want to delete this department number 90, I will just say 90 and delete. I will pass this parameter to my web service. Okay. Here it says response status 200 means success. So, if you see here, there is no department number 90. I will just delete 80 as well. That also I created as a demo. Delete. Okay, deleted, success, there is no 80. Now, I will try to delete department number 10. Okay, let me clear this. So, you will not be confusing with the response. It is 10, right, and delete. Let's see what web services will do for me. Oh, it says integrity constraint. It returned that status or response to me that there is a child record found, so it can't be deleted. Excellent. So this is something I wanted to show, that how web services works, right. So these four handlers I showed you, which I created here. So let me show you how I created there and what I did there. Then we will go to the code, right. It will be easy. Okay, now let me create as a separate tab. Okay, now in the modules I will go to my department. So when I will click this module, if you see here, we have a RESTful service module name. Then we have a module base path, which I showed you in the diagram. Nothing to worry, it will be very easy. Okay, URI template. Okay, anywhere where you don't know what to do or what it is, you can just click this help button, right. It will give you, see, it is giving that same image which I was showing you in the first video. So everything is here on in front of any field or column. You will have this question mark, which is a help, right. So even this is there. So up to you, wherever you want help, you can just try. Okay, below this it is showing handlers, all four handlers. One handler you can use once under this one module, right. So get, put, delete, post, that's it. These are the four only. Okay, first one, let us go to get. Get means select. So for us, this is our endpoint, or you can say the URL, which will give us access. So this is something we have to share with anyone who need to access. Okay, next is get method. So that's it. If you click here, you will find the description of all these four. So nothing to worry. I don't need to tell you, I mean to just remember it, but it is there. Okay, now the important part is here, source. So this is my SQL, and please note there is no semicolon at the end, right. If you will enter semicolon, it will give you an error. So you have to write your SQL over here, or you have a PL SQL or procedure function, whatever, you will write it over here, right. The parameters you will be passing, let's say for example department number, it is an in, and it is URI, and this is the integer, right. And then the response, this is the status we are returning back to the calling client, right. Okay, now if I come here, so okay, let me try now with get. So we will take this one, the department, from here, right, and then we will pass the parameter of department. It will be selected here if it is found, otherwise there will be an error, and then it will return to this to that service itself who is calling it, right. Before moving to this, let me show you something, a very quick one. So if you see here, this is at the end we are putting the parameter name, right. But in our case, in the department, if you see here, we are not putting anything over here, right, but here it is there. So this is single record query. Let me first show you this, and then you will understand. So here there is a get. If you see here down, we don't have any parameter, right, because parameter is directly given here. Okay, this is it. First let me take without parameter, this implies. I will copy this and I will be pasting over here, right. this is the response. There was no filter, all the data displayed of this employees table. So, let us assume I have this employee, let us say 7499, right. So, I will take the other URL from here. See, here we have this ID, I have to pass this ID, right, employee ID. So, copy. So, this is there, right. I will create another one, I will enter here, nothing returned because I haven't passed any parameter, invalid number, right. Okay, now I will take one employee, let us say 7499, and I will remove this at the end and I will pass over here in the URL itself, right, 7499. Wow, this is 7499, right. Let me try now, let us say for example this one. Okay, 7782, all the information is there for this employee, and this information, this JSON for the employee is up to here. All other information is related to setups or settings, has more or false, limits is 25. This is a page limit, let us say for example pagination. So, if long data is there, so it will just make it for 25 pages. Count 1, so it was only 1, see the count. I think up to this things are getting clear now, right. Okay. Now, I will move to this I wanted to show you, and here if you see here just one more thing, the difference, because this is sometimes can create challenges. Okay, where was that I wanted to show? Okay, one thing. So, here when you will select collection query, it will give you that details as well. But if it is query one row, then it will show you only one row, right. So, this is but these are deprecated. So, better to use the top one. So, I normally select collection query, that is it. Okay, now coming to get of my own examples or samples, because now we will be discussing our code. You don't need to worry, just see here I haven't used any pagination. 0 means no pagination, right, no limits. So, it will show all the records, but let us say if I will make it 25, so it will do the pagination of 25. Okay. Down I put this query SQL, and then we have this in and out parameters, right. Okay, now I will show you the code which I used in this page. Here I have created these 4 columns, just a static region, and then I created these 4 buttons, right, get, put, post, delete. Okay, I wrote these 4 processes. First one, let us see the get one. Okay, this is the PL SQL. In all, you will be using this package. This is the package you will be using, right, with different parameters and method. This is the method, right. Okay, that URL I pasted over here. Now, let me show you once again from where we will take this URL. I will come here, let us say for example, this is my get under this department. See, if this is department, this is my get. I will just click copy, right, and I will be coming over here and I will just paste over here. This is my URL, Control V, that is it. Then I will set this get. Then to pass parameters, I am saying this is my parameter name, which which I believe is a case sensitive. So, you have to be careful whatever is there, let us say here, see bind variable, same you need to show there. Let me move this here. Okay. Now, this is my parameter, which is my field, I mean on the page, right. So, I am just passing over there. So, if you have multiple parameters, you can add more parameters over here, right. Okay, good. Then down, I am just taking the response over here, what response came from here, which I am showing you over there, this clob over here, L underscore clob, this is my just local variable here, which is of type clob. Okay. And then I am using this count, how many lines over there in that. So, this is my path items, right. Do not think that this is inventory items or something. No, 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 no. If we see here, this is our array. By default, it is coming. So, even if it is implies, it is showing over there. So, nothing to worry about that. These are not inventory items. Okay. Then here I am just using a loop, although I know that this is only one single record, but just to give you an idea that how you can use loops and things like that. So, then you will use this package. So, this package is different for let us say varchar, it is for numbers it is different, date for date it is different. So, you have to use the relevant one. So, for me these two were string or varchar. So, I used same varchar 2, right. So, this is how you can use the syntax, and this is the JSON contact which was passed over here using this sorry, not here, this one, this is the apex JSON parse, and the value getting returned are assigned to p3 underscore dname. Ideally, it shouldn't be loop because we are assigning, but loop I am showing you here. So, let us say for example, if you have to collect this data and need to insert into a table, possible, right. So, maybe this department maybe I am just assuming another table, not this table for sure. It has multiple records. So, you will have that. So, you can insert over here, insert into local table, whichever is there. So, this is how you can play with your data. So, this I assume get will be always you will be getting from other companies or other servers or remote servers, right. For sure, you will not do get to your own data. Maybe you need for mobile apps or something like that. You want to give access to your mobile applications or another application which is not Oracle based or something like that, integration, interfacing or some sort of requirement if it is there, right. Let us move to now put. Put is update again, this you have to remember. Now, I will go to put. Okay, put. So, this URL is same. If you see here, now method got changed, and here source type is now PL SQL. If we see here the get, it was not PL SQL, right. See source type, it is not PL SQL. So, in put, all other, I think other than get, all others are PL SQL. Okay, down here now there is a PL SQL over here. What I am doing, I am saying update department or depth set dname is equal to my parameter and location is equal to my parameter, where department is equal to my parameter, right. And then status, which is my out parameter, which will be there. There I am showing 200 and with just department name, just for help. Okay. And then here if we see the parameters we defined, there are 3 string types, location. Okay, here this is out, status is out, which will be returned back, and this is response, right, and all other three are URI, and here the last one is integer, which is my department number, which will be passed here as a parameter and used here, right. That's it. If there's an exception, it will return the error which it was showing over there. So this is how we can return the, see in the status I am showing that. So in the status it will be error. This is my put. Let me show you others as well, because the all are same. So in the delete, almost same, PLC call, no change. In this instead of update, now it is delete. Status again, for success it is 200, failure you can just, I just typed it over here, the error, you can put 400. So down we have one in, that is the department number, and out again the status, right. Okay, now here in the delete, what I did, this is different now. This is not URI, this is HTTP header, because HTTP there is a header as well, right, and there is a body as well. So this is at header level, because I need to pass only one department number. It is coming in the HTTP header, right, and type integer. I haven't typed any commands, which you can enter as well. Okay, this was delete. And post. Post is insert. Okay, insert into this, right, values same, status equal to. Here I am not, see I am not passing the department number, because that is coming from the trigger, and here it is the status, right. Okay, and out parameter, here there is no here it is post, yes, just this is also response, right, if you see here. Okay, this is post, insert into. Okay, now I will show you all these, how we are passing from the code itself. Okay, let me go here. No, here. So now next is put, nothing but here I have added these two lines. This you have to give, otherwise it will not update, because I have to tell my services that I will be passing JSON. So JSON I am passing over here. If you see here, this is the JSON format for my body. Okay, so this I am sending as a body, and if you see here, I am sending the department number, I am sending the department name, location, right. Okay, so now these are not going as a parameter, these are going as a body, and if you see here, we haven't defined any parameters over here. See here, it's only out. So in all are coming through body, not from as a parameter. So that's it. What I did, I use this just and testing for, I was assigning to this just to confirm this JSON syntax. For this I showed you this website over here, which you can paste over here. If there is any syntax issue, then you can correct that one and then paste over here. Very easy. So I took the output over here in this p3 underscore location, just a temporarily, then I commented it out, then I copied pasted over here. So if there was any error, it will show me. That's it. And to the JSON field, I am just assigning over, which is a response over here, received here, status 200 or whatever. If there is an error, that will be coming over here. So here the URL is same for the put as well. Here method got changed, and now instead of parameters I am using body. and in the headers, this code is there on the erpstuff.com, so nothing to worry. It is here. I think I showed in the first. I will share the link, the bottom. So nothing to worry. You don't need to write anything. Just clear the concepts. Okay. Now we have delete, right? So I will show you the delete syntax. What I did over here. Okay. Now here the department number for the delete I am passing in the header. See over here. So here I am saying the same URL, no change. Method I am saying delete, right? And the parameter, see this is a parameter. Whatever enter in the department number, it will be as a parameter. And rest same, no change. This request or this package is same. This package is same for all four, right? You don't need to worry about it. So that is also done. This is for delete, and I think I have covered all these four if I am not wrong. Post I also shared, delete, put and get, right? Okay, let me see if I missed something to share. Structure consuming, okay, enable, enabling, okay, I will show you over here. After installation, when you will come here, let's say here, it will give you one message over here that, okay, let me see what is in my next part. So can I uninstall or not? Direct and object security, but okay, no problem. By default, it will be it will not be registered. See here, so it got registered. So first we have to register the schema, which will be used for the ORDS. Then see you have the sample service, so you can reset. I'm not doing at the moment because I have this department configured over here. So ideally I should have maybe created outside. It's okay. Even you can import and export. If I will export, let's see, select a service. Okay, this one I need that. Okay, okay, got it. It will be another experiment as well. Okay, no problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do deregister. Like I don't have ORDS, fresh copy of. So I'm just assuming I just installed ORDS. I came here in the Restful service. It will be like this, blank. So that means it is not configured over here. Restful services are not there. It says schema not registered with ORDS. Register schema with ORDS. I will click this. It is saying schema alias, which I am just keeping as standard. Enable, access, yes. Here install sample service, which I was telling you that that service or that examples. I am not enabling authorized. That will be another video in which we will cover the security part. So save schema attributes. Just click this. Hardly took less than 5 seconds, and your order is ready with examples. But here that get is not there because that was not standard that I had created. So we will do that experiment as well. So this is how it is by default. I'm just closing it, and this is the version. So please compare your version. If you have things here or there, please, that would be maybe due to this version. This is the latest version on apex.oracle.com. Okay, now let me import if that get will come or how it will work, right? Just an experiment. Choose a file. I think this one is there. I will just drop over here, import. Okay, department is there, right? So it refreshed all. It is not, it has not duplicated anything, right? This is something good, right? So all my setup is now available. Okay, one more thing, all these scripts, let me share again. I will be putting on my portal erpstuff.com, under Oracle Apex, right? So that's what I'm saying. You don't need to write anything. So here these two topics, ORDS setup, PL SQL. Let me go to PL SQL setup and show you what is here. If you see here, we were doing things manually, right? But if we have these scripts, we don't need to do all these modules. So let's say, for example, you are writing something and you have to transfer it somewhere else. You can export, or you can use these scripts even the first time, because first time you have to create something, right? So this is how you can create a defined service. This is one go in one go. But in this upper one, you need separate. Let's say first you will create a module. So I'm just using the parameter over there on the top, these two. This is the parameter name and this is departments, and this is how it is, right? So if I will take, this is one get, right? Okay. And if you see here, this is my SQL. I just use this one. So if I take this, select all, Control C. Let me show you how you can do from the SQL. Okay. Good. I will type over here and run. I think it is processed less than 1 second. And let me see now. If you see here at the moment, it is only oracle.example.hr, right? Let me refresh. It should have another one. Okay, excellent. Now if you see here, we have this erpstuff.com.hr, and we have department with the department number, get, and here it is. Okay. Just if you see here what I did, I should have passed department, not the emp number, right? So it should be dept number. This is a typo mistake, dept number, right? Okay, what I will do now, just to show you, I should have not corrected it, right? What I will do, let me make again the same emp number, because I wanted to show you if I will run again what will happen. Emp number, right? This is my mistake. Now I will not correct here, I will correct my scripts. Here was the mistake, dept number. Now I will run this script again. Let's see, it will duplicate or it will update. What? Ideally it should update. Okay, 0.05 seconds, refresh. Why? Okay, now I will see here department number. See, nothing duplicated, it replaced, updated the existing data, right? So now I have department number, see, from the script itself. So this was another way to create this setup or this structure using SQL, PL SQL, right? So I was just using PL SQL in front of you, and that's it. Okay, I think it's already lengthy video now. This part 2 is covered, and now in the next part 3 we will be discussing direct ORDS on objects. So we will click table and we will enable directly ORDS over there with just one click. Maybe all these 4 methods, put, get, all these posts will be automatically configured for us. We will not do anything. And the same session we will be discussing about the security as well, right? And then we will see if there is anything additional we need to discuss or any points under the videos, then we will take up those one, right? So please keep visiting, stay in touch, and please share your feedback always, right? Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.